Welcome back everyone, it's good to see you again. In the last video I told you all about making tables and drawing graphs. By now you should know how to make a graph for both a linear formula as well as a quadratic one. In this video I will teach you the basics of simplifying letter expressions. Sounds hard, but don't worry, I'm here to guide you. So let's start paragraph 4. We again start our journey in the city of algebra. I already told you that in algebra they like to turn word formulas into shorter letter formulas. But simplifying is so much more than just shortening formulas. Let's start with a simple example. Let's talk about fruit. If I have 3 apples in a bowl and I add 4 more apples, we say that there are 7 apples. When turning words into letters, we get 3a plus 4a is equal to 7a. This can also be done with bananas. If I place 8 bananas in a bowl and then take away 2 bananas, we get to keep 6 bananas. And this can be shortened to 8b minus 2b is equal to 6b. And we can also work with cherries. If I place 4 cherries in a bowl and then I remove 3 cherries, I'm left with 1 cherry. This line can then be shortened to 4c minus 3c is 1c. But the masters of simplicity thought, well, this is way too long, we should make this shorter. And so they decided that whenever a single 1 is in front of a letter, he turns into a hidden 1 and disappears from sight. And we pronounce this as 4c minus 3c is equal to c. So when I work with mangoes and I have the line 5m plus m, the answer will be 6m. And in case you can't shorten it to only one letter, 2 are also allowed. So if I have 6 packs of apple juice and I add 3 more, I have the line 6ag plus 3ag, which can be simplified into 9ag. This is called simplifying. Very simple. But there is a catch. When I place 3 apples in a bowl and I add 4 bananas to the mix, you could say that I now have 7 pieces of fruit. But when I say that, you don't know if I'm talking about apples, bananas, or maybe even pomegranates. So, without losing information, the line 3a plus 4b cannot be simplified. In these situations, we write NA after the line. NA stands for not applicable, because you can't simplify it. But you can also write a cross behind it. Just make sure you don't confuse it for the variable x. In conclusion, you can only simplify additions and subtractions when the letters match. Matching letters are called like terms and can be added together. But when they're different, you can't simplify the expression. Next up, multiplying. Let's go back to our bowl of fruit. When I have a big bowl with 4 apples and I get 2 more of those same bowls, you could write it as 4a plus 4a plus 4a, which is equal to 12a. However, I could also say that I now have 3 times 4a, which should also give me 12a. This is called simplifying a multiplication, or turning a sum into a product. To continue, we do have to stop working with fruit, as what I'm going to tell you does not make any sense anymore. Because although we are not allowed to add or subtract different letters, it is allowed with multiplying. So 4a times 5b can be simplified. This becomes 20ab. This may sound counterintuitive at first, but remember, there is a sneaky little multiplication dot between the 20 and the a and b. So actually we are not losing information in this scenario. When simplifying 8x times 4y, we receive 32xy. When we do 16p times half q, we get 8pq. And minus 5k times 2s becomes minus 10ks. Multiplying is most of the time the easiest operation, but there are a few simplifying rules you should be aware of. First of all, when multiplying different letters, the masters of simplicity will force you to respect the alphabetical order. So, minus 3b times minus 2a is equal to 6ab and not 6ba. And 5l times minus 3m times 2k becomes minus 30 klm. Secondly, remember that when there's no number directly in front of the letter, it stands for a 1 or a minus 1. So 5x times minus y is short for 5x times minus 1y and becomes minus 5xy. And minus p times minus q becomes pq, as negative times negative becomes positive. Lastly, when you multiply with the same letter, you could shorten it even further. For example, 3a times 5a could be written as 15aa, but the masters decided we should write it as 15a squared. And 2x times 3y times 4x can be simplified to 24x squared y. To summarize, you can only add or subtract terms when they are the same. When they are different, you can't simplify the expression. Multiplying is always possible, but remember to always use the alphabet. And when you multiply the same letter twice, you have to put a square above it. And those are the basic rules for working with letters. Practice these rules and memorize them, as they are very important for later use. In the next video, we'll be using these rules in combination with other rules I taught you in the past. I hope to see you then. Bye bye!